country is brighter, and we are here to commit our solid support to your government to develop this country together as people of Kenya. Your Excellency, I want also to congratulate this developer, the Wakapa family, for this very inspiring project, very beautiful. We saw the rooms, and when you hear the prices they are going for, then you know that actually affordable housing is not just about cheap or poor quality, but is a new dimension that a mechanism can be found for many, many Kenyans, if not all, to own homes. So the King's family, I congratulate you as well. And I want, Your Excellency, Mr. President, to say that Kajiado, like other neighboring counties, is loosely called the bedroom of Nairobi. We house Nairobians in a big way and many people of our counties. And because of our proximity to the city, it comes with blessings, but also many at times with challenges. Challenges of resources not being able to cope with the development required, and more so on the part of infrastructure. And therefore, I want to use this platform to appeal to you for more support to the metropolis area that is going to carry a huge population of Kenyans who will not find space in Nairobi. I will not go to mention a road project one by one because you know them, but just allow me to highlight the issue of a sewerage system for our key towns of Ongata Rongai, where we are, Ngong, Kitengela, and others, so that this kind of housing will be able to carry the issue of waste management. I want Your Excellency to commit on the people, on behalf of the people of Kajiado and on my own behalf as the governor of Kajiado, that we will support your government, work closely with other partners to provide not only an environment, but even space and even our inputs when required as a government to see to it that many, many Kenyans are able to access homes. I want to bring to your attention, Your Excellency, that as we talk about affordable housing in our urban centers, I want to also highlight that a lot of rural Kenyans are living in fairly indecent structures. And we are fine-tuning something that we will share soon with you. We are calling an eco-manyata, that for something less than 300,000, 400,000 Kenyans in the rural areas will also be able to own 3-bedroom homes, so that we have a country that nobody is left behind. We are developing together as a nation and carrying everybody along. And so I commit that my government will cooperate where we have open spaces to provide the land. Where we are required to do our bit, we will do our bit, because the task of nation building is not just yours alone, but for all of us, not only as leaders, but as experts like the family behind us and other players, and all many other Kenyans, like the testimonies we have heard of the gentleman and the lady who spoke of their dream having come true today. And so, Your Excellency, once more, congratulations. Ulitunyua huko juu, hapa katikati tukasurvive kidogo kidogo. Na kwa haya yote Mungu ni mwema. Tumeyapitia makuu hapo awali, basi sasa tufanye kazi. That is what these people expect of us. On behalf of the Ma Nation, which I'm their spokesman, we want to thank you for gifting us Soipan as our minister, my brother Kato, State House Controller. We are very grateful and thankful that you have counted us as part of your government. Asante sana. And Waziri Macharia, karibu sana. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, my friend, ndugu yangu Governor Olelenku, viongozi wote walioko hapa, captains of industry, especially the banking sector, developer, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, mine is very brief. But first is really to thank you once again. I know I did it so about a few weeks ago, Kule Mokoro, because, Your Excellency, you managed to bring the housing agenda right on top of your plan in government. And because of that, Excellency, on behalf of the ministry, on behalf of the State Department, we really feel honored that indeed now we have a president whose agenda, number one, is actual housing. You know, before, Excellency, we talked about the big four, and still we have the big four. But I think housing now, from what I'm seeing, clearly is agenda number one. And for good reasons, Excellency, because without shelter, to have life is actually a basic need. Excellency, you've done one thing which really makes a big difference. Let me say this. As a former banker, and as many bankers here, you brought what we call supply and demand together. Supply, we have all these developers, all these units coming up across the country. But without the demand, that supply will be useless. Excellency, you made sure that as you support developers, you have not left the people, the consumers, who will take over those housing units. That's why today we have these testimonials. People saying, yes, we have these units here, but they are takers as well. Excellency, balancing supply and demand is not easy, because that's why you require the financing sector. And you have brought sanity in terms of the pricing of mortgages. I know you are very passionate about the pricing of mortgages, because there's no point of doing 720 units here if the people who won't need those houses can't afford them. And I know you've always asked us, me and PS Hinga, that we must make sure that the pricing is accurate, is affordable. You have a vision, and that vision is what you bring us to the next level. By bringing private developers and individual homeowners together, like you've done today, this is what you give proper energy to this agenda for housing. You brought dignity to the people, because looking around these houses, there is access in terms of all these. You've seen water. So in terms of the government, and say that indeed there is high prospects going forward, and your leadership, we believe Kenya will go miles ahead. With those few remarks, allow me now to welcome you to address this gathering. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you, James. Asante sana, James. Tafadhali tuketi. Asanteni sana. Viongozi wote wenzangu walio hapa na ndugu wananchi wa hapa Rongai, ya mjambo. Rongai, ya mjambo. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asalamu alaikum. Asanteni sana. Kwanza mimi nataka nichukue nafasi hii, vile mjumbe wenu huyu kijana Ngogoyo amesema, ni mara yangu ya kwanza kufika hapa Kajiado baada ya uchaguzi. Wacha nichukue nafasi hii, vile gavana wenu alivyosema, ni washukuru sana watu wa Ongata Rongai na watu wa Kajiado kwa kura zenu. Mimi nasema asante sana. Narudia kusema asante sana. Asante sana kwa kutupatia nafasi ya uongozi, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie ya kwamba mimi niko tayari kufanya kazi na viongozi wenu wote. Wale waliochaguliwa pande zote, nafasi ya kushindana tumemaliza. Sasa nafasi tuko nayo ni kuungana, tuwafanyie kazi hawa wananchi walio and I want to commit to the people of Kajiado County I will work with all the elected leaders in this county for the benefit of the programs that we have, for the benefit of the people of Kajiado, as we do for the people of Kenya. Ya pili, mimi nimekuja hapa leo kwa sababu ya shughuli hii ya muhimu. Mnakumbuka nilizungumza mara nyingi kuhusu mpango wa housing. And I meant every word that I said. Mambo ya housing ni mambo ya muhimu sana katika awamu hii ya serikali ya Kenya. Na ni muhimu not by default, not by accident, but by design. Tuko na makusudi ya mambo ya mpango ya housing kwa sababu ya mambo manne. Ya kwanza ni kwa sababu housing inatupatia nafasi ya kila Mkenya kuwa na nyumba mahali pazuri pa kuishi. Jambo la pili, inatupatia nafasi ya ajira. Mumesikia hapa tumekuwa na carpenters, tumekuwa na plumbers, tumekuwa na engineers, tumekuwa na waseremala na wale wengine wote. Inatupatia nafasi ya kuajiri zetu za kilimo ili tuanze ile program ya land consolidation. Watu tuweze kupata nafasi ya kilimo ili tusitumie sehemu zetu za kilimo na kuzalisha chakula kama sehemu ya makao. The whole project of ensuring that we do not engage land meant for food production for human settlement way forward in our economy. And therefore, the whole program, ya mambo ya housing, is because we want to make sure that we use the resources we have well. And we make sure that we develop those resources in a manner that benefits all the citizens of Kenya. Affordable housing inawezesha mtu seremala kama huyu Bwana Ocheng awe ni mwenye nyumba hapa Nairobi. Pale nyuma watu wenye walikuwa wanaweza kununua nyumba ni mtu wako na kazi kubwa, ni mtu anafanya kwa bank, mtu anafanya KRA, mtu anafanya kwa wizara, ndio walikuwa wananunua nyumba. Sasa tunataka iwezekane, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie wale mahasla wa seremala, wale mafundi ya kule kijijini, watu ya bodaboda na hata ule anauza mboga atapata nafasi ya kununua nyumba. Na tutahakikisha ya kwamba iko nyumba inatoshana na kila Mkenya. Ndio sababu tumesema tutakuwa na viwango tofauti mbalimbali. Tutakuwa na social housing, tutakuwa na rent to own housing, tutakuwa na affordable housing, na tutakuwa na manyumba zile zingine ambazo Wakenya wengine wanaweza pia kununua. The program here is so that we leave no Kenyan behind. Nimekuja hapa makusudi vile vile ili ndugu zetu wa Kings Developers wajue ya kwamba hata kama hii project ni private kati yao na wale walipatiana ardhi hii, serikali ya Kenya itasimama na wao kuwatafutia wale watakaoishi katika hizi manyumba, kwa sababu iko katika ile kiwango ambayo Wakenya wengi wanaweza kufikia. And I want to encourage other developers and other landowners that this project of affordable housing is not just a project of the government of Kenya. It is a combined project. It is a project that we want the private sector, we want private landowners to come on board to provide units that are in the category of affordable housing. And we are going to support them using our Boma Yangu platform to ensure that you have buyers of those units, and we are going to arrange mortgage so that those houses you're building have buyers. So other developers, wale Wakenya wengine wako na ardhi, private sector developers wengine ambao wako na uwezo, tunataka tushirikiane. Yale mambo tunataka ni mambo mawili. Tunataka nyumba ijengwe yenye iko na gharama ya chini, ndio tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba Wakenya wa kila kiwango wanaweza kupata mahali pa kuishi. Na jambo la pili, tunataka to standardize ile products ambazo tunatumia katika mijengo hii, ndio tuweze kupunguza gharama ya ujenzi wa hizi manyumba. To standardize milango, to standardize madirisha, to standardize all the other products. I think the ministry tells me we have 69 products that will be standardized in an effort to down the cost of construction so that more Kenyans can be home owners. Nyinyi mnanielewa? So tunataka tushirikiane hivyo, na kwa hivyo mimi nimekuja hapa just to confirm to private landowners, to private developers, that the government of Kenya is willing and available to work with you as so long as you are in the affordable housing realm. We are going to work with you on matters to do with mortgage, in mobilizing Kenyans to own the homes you are building, because we want this program to be a joint program between the public and the private sector, because that's the surest way of us succeeding. Jambo la pili, tuko na locals housing na social housing ambazo tutajenga tukishirikiana na county governments na tukitumia ardhi in those programs. We will include